two chefs.
Two very different philosophies. One service.
No room for error. This is not Tom's menu. This is not my menu.
For one night only, Alberto and I will be cooking side by side. Well, Alberto used to work with me back at Tom Aikens when I first opened in 2003.
So I've worked with, now I can call him Tom, but before chef, I think I can call him Tom. 23 years ago. I think he had a very unique way of thinking.
He was destined, I thought, definitely for something, and he has.
He's a very important chef in the history of British cooking. I still think, I will always think that I still have things to learn from him.
Muse opened in, well, 2020, just before COVID came along, so we literally opened for around 3 months, and then we obviously had to shut. And we're still here, which is great.
Today, we're using both kitchens at the same time, so we need to be very well coordinated. Let's see what we can do.
Alrighty, so we're gonna make up a dish that is just new on the menu. It's called All the Way from Rio. So this is, I would say, a little bit of inspiration from my friend Alberto, who I'm cooking with this evening. It is a makeup of the taste, the flavors, and what I saw in his restaurant, but also in Brazil as well. We're gonna have customers fairly soon, so we're gonna do this dish up, and then Alberto is also gonna join me in trying this dish, because he's actually not seen it, so it'll be interesting to see what he thinks of it. Hopefully he will like it. Anyway, pickled red onion, pickled baby sweet corn, green mango that's been barbecued, marinated and torched bream, pickled green tomato, dice of the bream, bit of lime, bit of salt. This is dehydrated fermented tomato. This is fermented tomato chutney. That's the pickled red onion, roasted corn, green mango and chili oshu. And then we've got flowers. We've got some marigold flowers and purple psyllium flowers, a couple of Brazil nuts, and then some purees. So we have a sweet corn puree, avocado puree. This is the Brazil nut puree. And then a couple of dressings. We have a roasted sweet corn oil. And then we have the green sauce that goes on the plate. So it's a mixture of cucumber, coriander, red onion, chili, a little bit of garlic. Okay, so we're going to start dressing the plate. So we have the bream here. So the bream here has just been lightly brined, and then we've torched it. This is a little bit of roasted corn oil. That is going to be finished just with a little bit of salt, and then a little bit of lime. Sweet corn puree. So we're just going to put about 5 blobs of each one. No rhyme or reason in terms of space, where they're going. So just kind of ad hoc. Then we have our avocado puree. So then we have, this is a Brazil nut milk. I mean, I don't think there should be any other nut that should be on here, apart from the Brazil nut. So that looks all rather jolly and colourful, doesn't it? Next, we have this green tomato. It's kind of like a chutney. So it's basically the fermented tomato, which we use for part of the dish in the sauce, and then also as a veil. So this is all the trim that's left over. We just blend it, and then we cook it down with some vinegar, some sugar, some other spices. So we just put a little sprinkling of that. Okay, then we're going to put on some of a few of the pickles as well, just on the bottom. It's green tomato, and then we're going to put on the fish. So we want to create a little bit of height here. So this is the mango. So this mango is just, it's like a green mango. It's just been charred. So this is like the trimmings of the belly. So just got the corn in there. So I'm just going to put that in here. We just put the rest of the pickles on. One thing that I really liked when I was in Rio was just all the different textures of things. Crispy, crunchy, sour. It just makes everything really fresh. We've got like the pickled red onion, which they use quite a lot of. We've got a little bit of this koshu. So it's a fermented mango and green chili. It's quite spicy. So that's just going to give a little bit of a va-va-voom kick to it. A little bit of Thierry Henry, as they say. Now they're in World Cup mode. So we don't want to go too crazy with that. But although I do like a nice bit of heat. So once I've finished, I'm just going to drizzle a little bit more of the oil over. Then we've got this veil of the fermented tomato. That has been fermented anywhere between a week to 2 weeks, basically. Weather dependent. As we know, in this country, the weather is not very consistent. Sometimes like our chefs. Some days they're consistently good. Sometimes they're consistently indifferent. So the fermentation of the tomato is very simple. So we take our green tomatoes, we dice them up like about 1 centimetre. We then add 2% salt to the weight of the tomato, stick it in a vacuum bag, and then leave it in a warm place to do its thing. That is it. And then it gets sort of scrunched every few days to let out the juice, which helps it to sort of break down. And then we'll give it a little taste after about really sort of 10 days. We don't want it like too sour, but just to make sure it's got a nice flavour. this is just the end of the dish, because what you'll notice in Rio, as I did, in terms of the green spaces that they have, there's a lot of, like, in the parks and things, a lot of beautiful foliage and flowers and what have you. Thought I'd add a little bit of that on here as well. I am confident that Alberto is going to like it. What do you think, Michael?
Love it, chef. Love.
There you go. The only thing now we do is we have in here is the also dried fermented tomato. We just put a very light dusting of this on there. Toasted Brazil nuts, and then we're going to finish that with the sauce, but I'm going to do this later once Alberto comes down and tastes it, just so it looks nice and neat on the plate. But there we go, that's our lovely little dish all the way from Rio. That's Rio de Janeiro, not Rio Walthamstow. So now that we've made the dish, fingers crossed, I'm hoping Alberto is going to like it. I think he will anyway.
I'll try to bring like a whole dish or a whole idea from Brazil to show the customers something different from what they used to. The plate I'm gonna cook is one dish that's actually at the Oteque's menu right now. It's salted langoustine with some kale. First thing, old school, going old school here. There's some very good heavy cast iron pans. Just a tiny bit of olive oil here. And they do get really hot, so you have to be careful. And it's gonna cook very quick. So I'm just gonna chuck this kale that we've picked before. And when I see they start changing colors, and that means they start to caramelize on the other side. So what I'll do is just like a tiny pinch of salt, a little bit of the combo seasoning, a little squeeze of lemon, and then out of here, it's ready. I use the same pan, I just add not the little dash of olive oil, and I have a very nice Scottish langoustine here, a little bit of salt, both sides. Because the sauce is very rich already and has combo and miso and things, I'm not gonna do the butter and the basting thing on the langoustine. I really just wanna one of the sides to be really nice and caramelized. Not gonna cook as long on the other side, so it keeps like a nice kind of a medium rare cooking point. 2 drops of lemon, and also right here. We'll go plating. And the sauce is tucupi, which is the juice from the manioc root. Something that's very Brazilian, very unique, the flavor. You don't find it anywhere outside of Brazil. And you might find, but you're gonna have a really hard time. Brazil is the country that uses the most. To finish it off, our langoustine. And that's our langoustine with kale and subis and miso. I'm gonna try and find Tom in his own restaurant to see if he can taste, have a taste of my food.
Well, Alberto, we have each other's dishes here. How nice is that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm can say that I'm scared. I'm kind of worried.
I'm sure we got.
So, what have you prepared
So
for me?
this is we call this dish just a little surprise. So this one we call all the way from Rio.
Okay.
Yes. So I have taken a little bit of inspiration from yourself and my travels there with you.
Thank you so much.
So this is completely new from tonight, from this evening.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And very flattered for
My pleasure.
And for you, I have something that it's comes with a little bit of my Japanese heritage as well. Hope you
Alright.
enjoy.
Dig in. Dun, dun, dun,
Shall we?
dun, dun. This is always the crucial, nervous moment. The good thing is when the chefs are like not saying anything and they're carrying on eating, that's generally a good sign.
It is.
And I'm glad you put lots of sauce because it's like a race. Who finishes first? Look, we both get gold stars as we clean our plates.
I've cooked for you, and recently I have the opportunity to have a dinner at Muse like 2 or 3 times in the last few years. It's basically a very Tom Aikens dish.
Yeah.
So very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And likewise with yours. I mean, it's I love the flavor and obviously in the sauce, but also on the, on the long steam. Yeah, it's a lovely dish.
Thank you so much,
Well
chef.
done, man.
Thank you.
Hugs.
Tonight is kind of a big celebration of a journey. For the young chefs, I think it's really important, this exchange, to spend some time with someone like Tom Aikens. I want people to see how flattered I feel to be cooking here and just sharing a little bit of what Brazil is, so they take also something new home. I learned something from Kaufman or from other chefs through Tom. I think he's the guy who has had the most influence in my cooking.
Being a chef, professional chef for 35 years now, and doing the collabs and things is great fun. I love doing them. How another chef comes in and how they work, and the creativity in their own dishes is a great way to, to see something interesting and exciting, not for me, but also, for the guests as well.